Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. In this video, I'm going to share the layouts and projects I created in September and October 2025. Most of these are created with the kit I put together at the beginning of September. So here's the kit, and if you'd like a closer look, check out my kit share video. I will put a link to it below, along with links to any process videos I made using these products. So without further ado, let's get started. The first 6 pages I created with Stampin' Up's Gathering Moments collection. This was an online exclusive release from September 2025. I created that 12 by 12 layout that I have in my hands right now on YouTube, so it is listed and linked below. And you can see I created a simple 4-block grid for the complimentary page. It's a design I frequently use for a complimentary page. As a matter of fact, you're going to see it 5 times throughout this layout share. And after my layout flip through at the end of this video, I'm also going to do a 4-block grid flip through, just so that you can see how they look different, even though it's the same design. Now I'm showing you the Gathering Moments stamps and dies. So I'm showing you these huge leaf dies, which I absolutely love. Now, obviously the set has smaller dies as well that coordinate with the stamps, but these giant leaf dies fascinated me, so much so actually that all 6 pages I use them. I've been collecting tools for 20 years and I don't have anything like that in my stash, so I was really excited about those. Now I am changing layouts. Again, same Gathering Moments collection. Once again, I did this on YouTube, so the link is listed below. This one here, the design inspiration came from Kelly Baxter Fitzgerald. She's known as Snips by Kelly on YouTube. At one point, I bought a scrapbooking workshop from her for the Meant to Be collection from Stampin' Up! And I used one of the designs in that workshop kit to inspire me to create this layout. So keep in mind, whenever you have sketches for one collection, you can use the same design with other material. And the layouts look completely different, but it's a great jumping off point. Now I'm showing you 2 more pages that I created, a double page spread with this Gathering Moments collection. This one here, I did it on YouTube, and the technique focus in that video was cluster building. So if cluster building is something that interests you and you haven't seen the video, you may want to check it out. I am showing you that I did add a flip flap to this layout, which is basically an interactive adhesive pocket. It's a Stampin' Up! Product, and you can either adhere them to your page or to your page protector. I do mine to the page protector, which is why it's kind of floating around loose right now. Now I'm changing collections. Everything I'm about to show you, I created with Stampin' Up's September Paper Pumpkin release. This is a paper crafting subscription from Stampin' Up, which is usually for cards. September's was for 9 cards, but what I ended up doing was stretching it, and I created a double page spread and 8 cards. I'm showing you 1 page right now, and I'm also showing you that I used some dies from Stampin' Up, the Autumn Trees dies, another release from September 2025. It's actually in the September-December mini catalog. And I'm about to show you the complimentary page I created to go with it. Now, this paper pumpkin is a card kit, so obviously I brought in 12 by 12 paper from my stash, but what I did do was dig into the paper from the card bases, and I also dug into the embellishments that were in the kit. Now here are the 8 cards that I created to go with it. These paper pumpkins come with step-by-step instructions to create the cards and all of the material, right down to ink and adhesive. I had to alter mine a bit because obviously I was stretching my material so that I could make layouts, but some of these are very close to the designs that were in the kit. Anyway, I absolutely loved September's paper pumpkin kit. And the name of that kit, I think, was Fall for Twall. You can see as well the envelopes came with it as well. Again, these kits are totally all inclusive, but I do have fun altering them. Now I'm about to change collections again, and the next 9 pages I used Stampin' Up's Celebratory Sips collection. This was released in May 2025. Some of it is in the 2025-2026 annual catalog. Other parts of this collection are part of an online exclusive release at the very same time, May 2025. This one here, I did it on YouTube, so it is listed and linked below. This collection focuses on summery drinks. So for this one, I kind of tweaked it a bit and turned it into a wine tasting layout. I'm also showing you that I'll be adding some of those flip flaps, so adding 4 additional photos to this page design. Again, they're floating around now because I will be adding them on top of my page protectors. The next 2 pages are the very same design that I just showed you. So another double page spread. It does switch up a bit because of the difference in colors and pattern paper, especially that orange. I find that it adds a much brighter focus to the page. And this one, I really did focus on the summery drinks. So the dies in this collection not only die cut the stamped images, they also cut out images that are printed on the paper, which is really fun. Also, the stamps have a bunch of additional pieces to add to the drinks, like stalks of celery and umbrellas and stuff like that. So for that layout there, I really used the stamps and dies. The next double page spread, again, with the Celebratory Sips collection, there is no summer drink focus. This really is an outdoorsy layout. And what I used for this were dies from a bundle called Scenic Adventure. So I'm pointing out a row of trees and mountains. I will show you the stamp and die set. This, I think, was an online exclusive release from March, I believe. I may be mistaken, but it is still available. It's a fantastic collection. A lot of different border dies for trees and mountains and stuff like that. Absolutely love it. Now I'm going to show you another double page spread. I used the very same collection, but for this one, I started with a single page layout. It has a complete different look than the previous 6 pages that I showed you. For this one here, I did dig into my tools. You can see I have some sunflowers. So that was with a stamp and die collection, and I actually colored it in with my Stamp and Blends markers from Stampin' Up. And for the complementary page, you can see it's another one of those 4 block grids. This one, I did not do it on YouTube. I have one more layout that I created with this Celebratory Sips collection, and the next one is just a single page layout. This one, I did it on YouTube as well. This one here, no summery drink focus at all. You could see a lot of florals. This paper pack, even though there are a lot of drinks in the Celebratory Sips, there's also florals and fantastic B-sides. I am pointing out the florals. I used a stamp and die set called Pretty Florals. It was a May 2025 release from Stampin' Up. It is a bundle that I frequently use. There are many different styles of leaves and flowers in that collection, and I found it particularly useful. Now I'm going to change collections, and the next 6 pages I created with 49 and Market's Wanderlust Explorer collection. A really different vibe than what I've been showing you, and it was really fun to have this collection in my kit over the past 2 months. No process video for this one. It's pretty simple. Basically, I took 2 photos and started layering up underneath it, starting with bigger pieces of paper, then tucking in embellishments. And most of that is from the Wanderlust Explorer collection, except the title, which was a die from Elizabeth Craft Designs. you can see that my complementary page is another 4-block grid, but it does look different than the other ones I showed you. Again, I will show you all those 4-block grids together at the very end of this video. Now, the next double page spread, I created it on YouTube, so it will be listed and linked below. And the design for this one came from a book, and I'm about to show it to you because the name escapes me while I'm doing this voiceover. It was a travel scrapbooking book that was released online over the last few months from the creative design team, a talented group of ladies. They have a bunch of different sketchbooks. This is the first one I have ever bought. And basically there are 11 double page spreads with step-by-step instructions, including measurements in that book, but also lots of advice for travel scrapbooking. So I created this double page spread. I absolutely love it. I think it was Katie Donaldson who did this design. I hope I got that name right. I am absolutely certain it was her. Anyway, the whole group of those ladies, they are all very, very talented. And you can see I did that very same design again using different photos and different paper. So once again, 49 in Market's Wanderlust Explorer. I did bring in some tools because I'm looking at the title there that says Adventure Starts Here. I know that is a stamp set from Stampin' Up, the Weekend Adventures stamp set. It's great for titles. Anyway, that is what I created with 49 in Market's Wanderlust Explorer collection. Now I'm going to change collections, and the next 6 pages I created with Stampin' Up's Weekend Adventures Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. Now this one here, I did it on YouTube, so it is listed and linked below. In that video, I created a single page layout, but at the very end of the video, I walked you through the process of how I created the complementary page. Once again, I'm bringing in that Autumn Trees stamp and die set that I showed you earlier. I did use it on this layout, and now I'm about to show you the complementary page, and as you can see, once again, another 4-block grid. For this one, I will be adding one of those flip flaps to add additionally 2 more photos. Anyway, very simple. Again, the page on the right is on YouTube, so I did list it and link it below. Now I'm about to show you 2 more pages I created with this Weekend Adventures kit. This one here as well, I did it on YouTube, so it is listed and linked below. The inspiration for this one came from a layout that was in one of the Stampin' Up catalogs, and I talk about that in the video. I happened to be lacking mojo on that particular day, so that was where I got my inspiration. And I am showing you a die set. It's called Light and Wonder. It's in the September-December mini catalog, and this die set is absolutely fabulous. I'm showing you that row of trees there. This die set has a bunch of border dies, so you can see there's 2 different rows of trees, 2 different rows of mountains. I was blown away by this die set. I absolutely love it. I used 4 of them. There are more in this die set. Anyway, this double page spread is listed and linked below. I did do it on YouTube. Now, the next 2 pages I'm about to share with you, I did use part of the Weekend Adventure Scrapbooking Workshop Kit, but I did bring in some material from my stash as well. The red and black gingham, that is from the Weekend Adventures collection, but the other paper I brought in from my stash. So that woven paper, that is from the Woven Textures paper pack. The green paper is something I pulled from a past Christmas collection in Old Olive. And as for the tools, those apples, that came from a past bundle from Stampin' Up, a stamp and punch bundle called Hello Harvest. The leaves were from another retired collection. Anyway, it was a real stash dive for that one. As you can see, I am changing collections. The next 4 pages I created with the Painterly Pears collection. I think this was an online exclusive release from Stampin' Up! From March 2025. So the page on the right, I did one similar on YouTube for the page design, not this page. And the page on the left, actually, there's actually a process video for that one as well. Anyway, I will look for that and put it in the description box below. Once again, I dug into that pretty floral stamp and die set that I love so much. So I'm down to the last 2 layouts, again, created with the Painterly Pears collection for the paper, but for the embellishments, I dug into my stash. I am pointing out a bunch of coffee-themed embellishments. I created those with the retired Latte Love stamp and die set. And for the leaves, I used the Changing Leaves Hybrid Embossing folder. So that's it. I'm about to give you a second look at all of these layouts. And at the end of this, I'm actually going to give you a second look at all of the 4 block grids, one after another, just so that you can see how a few little tweaks can make that simple design look different. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, Scrapbooking Quebec, I would be honored and thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. Have a great day, and I will be back on YouTube on November 7th with my scrappy kit and plans for the next 2 months. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.